Welcome back, you guys, to Life by the Slice, where we are taking life one slice at a time. We are now into part 4. So I'm not sure how long this series is gonna go, but I love my friend, my brother, so much to the point where shit, we could be on part 8 by the time I'm done. So we just gonna get back into it. Before that last video cut out, I was going over a story about the very first time and what let me know that Ivan's loyalty and Ivan's brotherhood and our closeness together, I knew it was real by this situation. And like I said, I mentioned to you about a guy who was pretty much, I wouldn't say bothering me, playing around a little too fucking much. And I had to check him myself, and like I said, we sifted things out and we calmed things out. I was gonna knock him the fuck out. I was ready to get kicked out. I was already pissed off. We were all pissed off in rehab, but we end the story. We chill out. Me and the guy calm down. So I goes over and I sits at our table, me and Ivan's table. And I just tells him, I'm like, you know what? I was like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, I just had a little situation with this dude. Like, this man was just playing around a little too fucking much with my shit. Ivan looks at me like, yo, who are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this man's getting hype as shit. And I'm like, yo, it ain't that serious, but let me finish the story. So I just let him know the story and everything that happened, and I let him know that, like, yo, me and God, we had worked it out. It was crazy how quick we worked it. We worked it out, and the point of this story was me trying to tell Ivan. I was trying to tell him a story or give him an example or a situation as into the growth I was trying to make. So instead of fighting, I was man enough to be like, yo, this is where you pissed me off. I was able to talk to people like an actual human being when I was upset, rather than throwing hands. But Ivan took that shit. He turned it up to, if it was on 100, it was at 700 by the time this story's done. This man, I kid you not, on my brother, this man, he gets up, he pulls dude to the side and lets dude know, like, yo, if you keep fucking around with my brother, I'm gonna have to beat the fuck out you. Point blank, period. And at this point, Ivan was getting a little rowdy. And I'm like, shit, I started something I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have said this to this man. Why would I tell this fucking man what the fuck happened? But at the time, I knew Ivan was loyal to me at this point, because like I said, it was about a weekend. So we were all good, but I wasn't expecting him to turn up for me like that, which I never really had somebody just turn up for me like that in my entire life. My entire fucking life. Though I know a lot of y'all would. But I never seen that with my own two eyes from somebody I had only known for a week. He's damn near about to beat the fuck out of this man. So I'm having to, like, break this shit up and having to stop it from escalating. I'm at the end of it. Me and Ivan, like, later on in the day, we ended up just kicking it, and we kicked it, and I just had to let him know. I was like, yo, I really love you for that. Like, I've never had somebody have my back that way, and for him to have my back, especially in the darkest time, one of the darkest times of our life, that shit was, who wouldn't love that? But he explained to me that he was like, yo, I'm loyal. I'm big. One of my biggest things is loyalty. He's like, I'm not about frauds, phoniness, fakes. He was like, if I'm down with you and I love you, I'll always have your back, and I'm always going to be on go for you. And he looked at me. He was like, yo, Brody, I love you. He was like, you my brother. He was like, I never doubted your loyalty, anything like that. We good. And when we get out of here, we going to be good. This man was talking about once we got out of rehab how I could, like, he was going, how I could stay with him, how he was gonna help me do this, did I need that? And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And that was amazing. Just he kept the same, energy, the same energy outside of rehab, and I knew he was going to. And moving on, we spent day in and day out just having to deal with having to lay in the bed that we made. Ivan took me, like, Ivan gave me, and I'm not gonna disclose anything, nothing like that, because what was explained, the deepest shit between us is always gonna stay between us. But Ivan told me some of the deepest and darkest shit I've ever heard. Some shit that he told me he would take to his grave. And I was just so, I was so confused, but I was so happy, and I was wondering, what the hell did I do so right to be blessed with the presence of somebody so, shit, this is gonna sound so corny. Ivan to me was like a superhero. Ivan was like a superhero. Ivan was invincible to me. Like, Ivan, I looked up to him. That was my big brother. Ivan checked quite a few people. Ivan checked quite a few people at rehab. Few people. But as time went on, I started to, like I said, I started to watch Ivan change. Not, no disrespect, bro, but I started to watch you change from that of what seemed like an angry boy to a content grown man. I knew, I felt it, and I knew it. Eventually, me and I don't know if this is going to sound crazy to anybody out there or anybody that knows him, but eventually me and Ivan started to go to Bible study. Right. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely, my faith in God is strong. My faith in God is what has been keeping me clean thus far, this long, almost 7 months, besides that one lapse that I had. But we started to go to Bible study, and both of us met. I don't know if some of you may know of this man, but his name was Brother Cole. And he specifically, I remember this day so vividly. I still remember how the sun shined through the cafeteria. I still remember his voice. I still remember Ivan watching me cry like a baby. I still remember Ivan. I remember every time I cried, I remember Ivan would just be rubbing my back and be like, yo, you good, bro, you good, you good, you good, you fine. He gave me strength. He let me know it was okay to be who I am. But like I said, I remember this day specifically where the pastor caught him out. He caught both of us out because he got to know both me and Ivan, even personally and to the side. So he got to know both of our stories because he knew me and Ivan were linked. So, and he knew it was one. It wasn't one without the other. He knew if one was close, one was there, one was close. He caught Ivan out specifically, and literally told this man, about all of the strength that he possessed and how much of a leader that he was and how much God needs him to stand up for us men. And this was all at a point, this was almost damn near a month ahead now. I still remember, and I remember after that, Ivan tearing up, and I remember starting to see the softer sides of Ivan, which I respected, and he really didn't show around everybody else, but only me and only like a couple of others. And he later on, right after Bible study that day, Ivan looked at me. He was like, yo, bro, that's crazy how everything that you told me that I